Alright, so it is Saturday morning. Figured I'd take a walk around and look for some garage sales while walking my dog. And I actually found some games. Wasn't at the sale I wasn't at a sale I went to yesterday, but one that was a Saturday sale. I got 3 Xbox games for $5. Pretty decent deal. Best game being San Andreas, but guy was super nice. He had an N64 he was holding on to, but yeah, it was all in good fun. They all still play him, so I wouldn't pry that off of anyone, so yep. I figured I'd just add this at the beginning of whenever I go to the garage selling, when I go to video, because honestly, I probably won't show them off in the video because they really aren't that important. Um, but yeah, I will see you guys in 1 second. Peace. What is up, everybody? Peridot here, coming back at you with a new garage sale pickups video. This week I actually did really well, despite me not going out for very long. I got up at 7 in the morning and left around 7:30, but I had something to do at 9, and that unfortunately lasted most of the garage sale time. So unfortunately, I had to cut everything short today at 9, but I did find a lot of really good stuff, surprisingly. There was a community sale on the way to the place I had to go, so I went there and I found decent, like, I feel like at least half of the houses had video games. So that was really cool. But yeah, I'm going to just go ahead and show you guys everything I got. The first pickup I got was 3 Xbox 360 games. This was one of the first sales that I went to, and originally he said he didn't have any video games, but I mentioned Xbox, and he said he might have some Xbox 360 games, and I said, alright, I'll take a look. Usually I'm not a huge fan, but he came out with some really decent stuff. All of it was in great condition, like, all the discs literally have never been played. Like, I feel like he opened it, and then that's it. He didn't even stick it in the console, but anyways, um, first game we have is 007 Quantum of Solace. Um, yeah, I saw it, and he had a few other generic shooter games, but that was the one I was the most interested in, because sometimes those 007 games that aren't GoldenEye can be worth something, but it's only like a $4 game. But this next one is really good. Red Dead Redemption. Now this is in amazing condition. Disc has never been played. Map and manuals, everything's in there. So that was really nice. Game I've been wanting to play forever. Now the second one I hear is coming out pretty soon, so that'll be cool. And then finally, the best game out of the bunch, the Orange Box for the Xbox 360. Includes Half-Life 2 and Episode 1 and 2, Team Fortress 2, and Portal. This is like a $15-$20 game on the Xbox 360, and again, it's in absolutely mint condition. Like, the disc is just just gorgeous. The box originally was crushed at the bottom, like this was just completely messed up. But I switched out the boxes with a generic sports game that I had laying around, so now it's in much better condition. Alright, now this next sale could have been a lot better, but unfortunately he did keep some of the stuff he brought out. I walk up to the sale, ask if he has any games. He said he had an N64, which I got super excited about. But then as he brought it out, he had 2 consoles, and only one of them had cords. So I passed on the one that didn't have cords, because I don't want just an extra N64 just laying around. But um, he had 3 games only, unfortunately, and he kept 2 of them. GoldenEye 007, which I already have, and I've already found 2 copies of at Goodwill, so it's not a big deal. And Excitebike 64, which I kind of want. It's kind of an obscure N64 game that you don't really see too often, but it's only an $8 game. So, but he did not want the best game, luckily for me, and that was Zelda Ocarina of Time. I'm really stoked about this because I had this game a long time ago, but I sold it off because I just never knew how to play it as a kid. So now I have it. And he also gave me 2 memory cards, which are actually super useful. They're both first party, so that's really nice. He almost did not sell that to me because he was kind of second guessing it. But I told him, I was like, you brought it out, so I'm guessing you want to sell it. He actually, in that box, he did have a few original Xbox games.
Now, the two I left behind were two I already had, Fable and Lord of the Kings: Return of the King. And I didn't have, and they were both in good condition, but the ones I had were better, and uh, I don't know, they're not really valuable games. But the three games that I did not have were Star Wars: The Clone Wars and Tetris Worlds Dual Pack. Um, Halo Combat Evolved, so the first one. These are all in complete and in pretty decent condition. Like, the only game that's kind of scratched is Star Wars and Tetris Worlds. And then finally, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. None of these games are particularly valuable. Like, this is probably the best Xbox game. It's worth like $8. He originally, for everything, I offered him 10. He countered at 15, then said he didn't want to sell Ocarina of Time and the memory cards, and said he would sell me the Xbox games only for $10. And at that point, I just was like, okay, 15 is fine. So basically, I just like to say that I paid $2 for the 3 memory cards and the 4 games, or $3 a piece for the 2 memory cards and then the Zelda and the 3 Xbox original games. Ocarina of Time is definitely worth $15 alone. So just pretty much just added some original Xbox games and a couple of memory cards for free. Now, this next sale was probably the biggest find I had. It was a couple. It was actually there were like 2 teenage girls. So usually when there are 2 teenage girls, if they have video games, it's like girly shit. So I wasn't really expecting much, but they said they had PlayStation 2. Well, they had PlayStation games. They didn't say what system it was for. So I was like, okay. And then they brought out a huge stack of PlayStation 2 games. I'd say about half of them were sports, but the other half were pretty decent. Some of them were missing. The only game that was missing was a game I kind of wanted. It was actually Chamber of the Secrets for the PlayStation 2, but for the original, but it was for the PS2 and not the Xbox. So I wasn't too bummed out about that since I just got it for the Xbox. But anyway, she also brought out one Nintendo DS game. Reason why she said she didn't bring out the others was because they were all girl games. She said she picked out the coolest one. And it is a cool game. Complete in box in very nice condition. Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy. Really happy to have that. It's only a $4 game, but still pretty neat. And then she had a few loose disc games that I ended up picking up. For the PlayStation 2, we have Marvel Nemesis: Rise of the Imperfects. Disc is in okay shape. It's pretty scratched, but it should work fine. And then finally, the only PlayStation 1 game they had, apparently the dad said that they got rid of them a long time ago, but they still had this one left over. The Powerpuff Girls Chemical Extraction. Interesting. I've never even heard of this, so I was a huge fan of Powerpuff Girls growing up, so that's cool to have. Honestly, I might sell the loose disc games because I don't know, I'm kind of picky about whether or not they're in good condition or not. But anyways, let's move on to the complete in box PlayStation 2 games. First off, we have ATV Off-Road Fury 2, complete in box. All these games are in complete box, by the way, in really nice condition. Now this is a sports game, but the reason why I picked it up is because it's a later title for the PlayStation 2, and some of those later title PS2 games, like sports games, are actually really crazy expensive. Like, I think FIFA 12 is like a $50 game for the PlayStation 2. But this is Madden NFL 2010. It's a $7 game, so it's a bit more expensive than what sports games usually go for, so I guess I was kind of right in picking it up. But if anything, it's just going to be a spare box. Plus, the Cardinals are on the front cover. And being from Arizona, I'm a huge Cardinals fan, even though I won't really play football or watch it. Greatest hits version of NBA Street. Now, unfortunately, the case is water covered. I don't know if you could see that. It's just water damage. But everything else is in good condition in the back. I don't know why I picked this up. Usually these kind of games, like, usually I think that they are pretty expensive. But this one is only like a $7 or $8 game. It's the Bible game for the PlayStation 2. I thought of like the Super Nintendo games like Super Noah's Ark 3D and like, I don't know, some other Bible games that are worth stupid money, basically, for the NES and Super Nintendo. And I remember hearing about a Bible game for a later system that was hard to come by, but that's only like a $7 or $8 game. A game that I picked up on a hunch because I honestly it looked like it might be like weirdly good, but Gallop Racer 2003: A New Breed, developed by Tecmo. It looks just kind of like an RPG type racing game. It's worth $10 online, so it's probably, at least decent. Developed by Tecmo too. Alright, now the two best games. Actually, no. I guess this isn't the best game. I think Gallop Racer might be a better game. But, I just got this at Goodwill, actually. Resident Evil 4 Greatest Hits version. Complete in box, in really nice shape. I'm actually kind of thinking about just selling both the PlayStation 2 game, Resident Evils that I have, and just picking up the GameCube one online, because I'm going for a complete GameCube collection, and not a complete PlayStation 2 game collection, so... But this was the best game by far. Really not a game I expect to be with, when I walked up, I didn't expect to find this, but Digimon World 4. This is a $20 game for the PlayStation 2, and it's complete in box and in really nice condition. So I was extremely happy about that. For the GameCube, it goes for like $25, 25 to 30. So it's pretty crazy expensive. And rare. So I was really happy about that. Those Digimon World games are pretty good, apparently, and they're worth money. So as soon as I saw that, I picked it up. The disc games were $1 a piece, and the Nintendo DS and PlayStation 2 games were $2 a piece. So in total, I spent $18. Digimon World 4 alone is worth that, so I was really happy about that haul. Probably, I'd say it'd be the most expensive PlayStation 2 game I found in my hunting career. Haven't really found anything rare on the PlayStation 2. But yeah, that was it for my for until 9 o'clock. But as I was driving home, it's like 1:30 in the afternoon. In my neighborhood, there was a garage sale. So we stopped by, and surprisingly, they had some stuff. And even more surprising, they were Nintendo 3DS games. And even more surprising were that they're kind of rare and obscure and expensive. He originally had them priced at $5 a piece, which is super fair, but he said he would do 2 for $5. So the two games I got were Frogger 3D. Really, I guess uncommon because it's a $15 game, complete in box and really nice shape, so that's nice. And then another $15 game, surprisingly, Tetris Axis. So that's really cool. I was really happy about when I found that. So late in the day, too. And I remember, because, like, I had to go somewhere, and then I had to go home, and then come back, and when I went home at around 11, the sign wasn't up, so I don't know if they just had their garage sale really stupid late in the afternoon, but, I'm not complaining because I found something. But that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you like, comment, subscribe. Goodwill, my last Goodwill video is up. If you're interested in that kind of stuff, you should definitely check it out. Found some really good stuff, including Resident Evil 4. March so far has been pretty decent. Some crazy pricing has been going on. Like, they charged $10 for Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games for the Wii, and I just about wanted to shoot myself then and there. I don't know what's going on over there. You'll see in my March video, because already in the first 2 days of the month, it's been weird, stupid how they've priced everything. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And I will see you all next time I find something. Garage sales are really looking up in Arizona. Now that it's starting to be less cold and it's starting to go into spring cleaning territory, there was a lot of garage sales that I missed out on. So hopefully I'll be able to go sometime soon, and hopefully there will be the same amount as I saw this week. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and take care. Peace.